Every name of a dish has a history and a story to tell. Ever wondered why a pound cake is called a pound cake? Let's find it out. We all crave for the chocolatey truffle pastry, the beautiful red velvet cake, or the absolutely flawless blueberry cheesecake every once in a while. But the vanilla pound cake stays an all-time favorite. It's the most basic, tastiest, as well as the easiest recipe. However, has it ever occurred to you why a pound cake is called a pound cake? Every name has a history, every name tells a story. A chocolate chip cake is named that way as two of the major ingredients in the cake are cocoa powder and chocolate chips. But why pound cake? Does it weigh a pound? Let's find it out. The origin of the pound cake lie in Northern Europe and date back to the early 18th century. Initially, the pound cake weighed 4 pounds. That ruled out the possibility of it being named after its weight. The ingredients in the cake, however, were measured up to 1 pound. This is how it was traditionally made, a pound each of these 4 ingredients: butter, flour, sugar, and eggs. The name pound cake has stuck around ever since. Due to the traditional measurements of ingredients used in this cake, the size is such that it becomes possible to serve multiple families at a go. The modern day families, however, prefer a lighter and a smaller cake, and therefore the original recipe has been modified over time as per the requirements. Today, people use smaller quantities of each ingredient but maintain the 1:1 ratio. A lot of different variation of the pound cake exists now across various countries and regions. Each one have their own distinct style. Originally, no leaveners were used in the cake except for the air whipped into the batter. It was only in 1900 that artificial leaveners like baking soda and baking powder were added to reduce the density of the cake. Other variations include the addition of flavoring agents like vanilla extract or almond extract or dried fruit such as cranberries or currants. At times, some or all of the butter was substituted by a cooking oil or vegetable oil to get a moist cake. One of the most popular variation is the sour cream pound cake of United States. The butter is substituted by sour cream to moisten the cake and also get a tinge of a tangy flavor. Despite these variations, which alter the characteristic and the flavor of the cake drastically, the name pound cake is often used. Pound cake is quite well known in France and is called 4 quarters, a quarter referring to a pound. The Caribbean part of the world that speaks French add rum to the cake for Christmas Eve along with mashed bananas. The Venezuelan and Colombian version of the pound cake is called pong, which is a Spanish phonetic approximation of the term. It is essentially a wine-drenched cake with cream or sugar coating. The Mexican version is called pang and it follows the traditional recipe: a pound each of butter, flour, sugar, and eggs. And that's the history of the pound cake. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.